Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Garden a Day with Maidenbrook Gardens, where we explore the world one garden at a time. Today is May 8th. Would you build a botanic garden in the nation's #1 spot for hail and the windiest city in your state? I don't know, but you'd probably think twice. But that's exactly what the folks at Cheyenne Botanic Gardens did in Cheyenne, Wyoming, all the way back in 1977. It started with a 5,000 square foot solar powered greenhouse led by Shane Smith. The greenhouse was built for the nonprofit Community Action of Laramie County with the idea to provide a meaningful volunteer activity for Cheyenne's senior community, and one that would also produce food. Several months after the garden opened, the local Goodwill chapter approached Smith asking if a few disabled adults from their organization could also volunteer to work in the garden. He said, of course, and volunteers from Goodwill started showing up almost daily to volunteer. It wasn't long after that a local judge asked Smith if he would allow some of the local youths to work off their court debts at the garden. Smith said, sure, come on over. And from that time to the present, most of the labor of the garden still comes from those three groups: senior citizens, adults with special needs, and adolescents. In 1978, the Botanical Garden became Wyoming's first community garden, a program that is still operating to this day. By 1980, they were able to host a farmers market, another first for the state. In 1985, they began growing exotic and tropical plants. They also added beehives, chickens, geese, and turkeys. The bees provided pollination, and the birds provided fertilizer for the plants. 1985 was also the year the garden moved to Lyons Park, Cheyenne's largest developed open space. Lyons Park surrounds Sloan's Lake and now includes the 9-acre Cheyenne Botanic Gardens. The garden built a new solar greenhouse in its new location and made a deal with the city to grow all the flowers for the city park system. In 1993, they founded the nonprofit Friends of the Botanic Gardens, which fundraises for the garden. Their efforts have allowed the garden to expand without using taxpayer dollars. In 2009, the garden opened the Paul Smith Children's Garden. It was the first LEED certified children's garden in the world. In 2017, the Grand Conservatory was opened to the public. The conservatory includes 3 greenhouses and includes a tropical plant collection, a Baroque-style orangery, a bonsai house, and Mediterranean desert and prehistoric landscapes. One greenhouse grows mostly vegetables, and the third grows bedding plants for the parks. The conservatory also includes an authentic 42-foot Navy submarine periscope that allows visitors to take a looky-loo around the garden. The garden also boasts Engine 1242, the oldest locomotive engine in Wyoming. The locomotive was already on the grounds when the garden moved to Lyons Park, so the gardeners decided to integrate it into the garden's design. There are 27 specialty gardens on the Botanic Garden grounds, including a rose garden, herb garden, sensory garden, xeriscape garden, perennial walk, woodland garden, a cottage garden, and 20 others. Cheyenne Botanic Gardens is Wyoming's only public botanical garden, and admission is entirely free. The garden is open daily year-round from dawn to dusk. The Grand Conservatory and the Children's Village are open from 10 to 5 and closed on Sundays, Mondays, and some holidays. Beginning in June and continuing to July and August, they will open on Sundays from noon until 5. Well, that's about it for today's garden visit. Join me here tomorrow to find out where we're going next. And if you have a minute, please consider writing a review for the podcast or giving us those wonderful 5 stars. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you for listening today and every day. If all goes well, I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then.